What is your number? Hi, my name is Jesse. And I say, and I also say, yours is too. Notice what you said. I say, your time is worth this. The same as mine. Did you say no way? It can't be. We all do. And it's our limitations. You just may not have noticed it. Yet I can show you how to remove these limits fast so that you can experience what $50,000 an hour feels like. Here's my promise. That you'll see that you're worth much more than what you thought. I say 15,000 every 15 minutes. Promise number 2. Discover life. What is your purpose? What is your passion? And what is peace for you? This is part of aware, ignite, and manifest, or learn to create. What are you aimed at? That's my promise number 2. Promise number 3. New actions. Because we moved the limitation, there's new actions that are possible that make you more valuable in the direction of 15,000 every 15 minutes. Because that is what you're worth. Really, you're worth much more than that. And it's not the money, it's your attention, it's your focus. So if we were to demonstrate how to remove your limitations in 15 minutes, what would you do? What would you go for? What would you want? Sometimes that is hard to answer. So let's make a list. What don't you want? What are you avoiding? What don't you want to happen? What are you focusing on? Make a list. It's yours. Now, make a list on what you do want. What do you want? What would you just love to have? Love to experience? Which one was easier to answer? What you don't want? Or what you do want? See, our life has been conditioned to avoid what we don't want. This is our focus 80% of the time. We need to understand the importance of that, is that we are creating our intentions as we produce. We don't want situations to happen, rather than going for what we want. It is completely different starting position. And 80% of the time, it's going for what we don't want. We're just trying to avoid these things that we don't want to happen, which means we're not going for what we want. because you learned as a young child that you can't have what you want. But you can learn to change this one thing. Just change one thing to transform 80% of your life. 80%. One thing can shift 80%, transform 80% of your life. And in less than 15 minutes. What's that worth? More than $15,000. Click the link. Life is your choice. You can keep playing the same patterns, or you can replace them. So in 15 minutes, discover your failure pattern. We all have it. Only when we're aware can we learn to change it. And that's what you'll learn in the 15 minutes, is how to change it fast. So click the link. Take 15 minutes. If you could change 80% of your patterns, 80% of your autopilot, 80% of your automatics, what would that mean for your life? Come find out. This is changing humanity. This is changing how we see ourselves. This changing this one thing creates us, has us see ourselves as powerful creators rather than the victims to our circumstances that we believe we are. And this is a limitation. This is why we don't have what we want. This is why we can't consistently create what we want, is because of these failure patterns. These learned, conditioned patterns that keep playing over and over. They're the limitation. It's the same story of why you're not worth $15,000 every 15 minutes. That is my project. That is my intention. That is my creation for all of us, is to go for, put our focus on $15,000 every 15 minutes. It opens up so much space for what we could do. But first, in the invisible, in our intention, we have to, it has to be part of that we can do it. Otherwise, it's shut off. And we've shut off our true selves. We've shut off our purpose. We've shut off our power. We've shut off our choices. We've shut off our life. Because someone has told us, someone has conditioned us, our families have conditioned us, of this is the way we need to be to survive. And we keep playing this over and over and over. And we don't know how to change. Just think of your New Year's resolution this year. How well did you keep it? How well have you kept it in the past? I'm sure you've tried it. It's all structure. And when we learn that there's structure, a structure to life, we can begin to structure our life for what we want, not what everyone else conditioned us to be, which then we conditioned ourselves into, and we can change these memories. But first, we have to change the emotion behind them. And there's aspects of you that can facilitate this by empowering you to make the choice. So don't miss out on our 15-minute session, our 15-minute time block, where you will go through, discover your dysfunction pattern, your failure pattern, why you can't have 15,000 in 15 minutes, and see what happens. Just that statement brings up all the resistance, why you can't have that. And it's around the resistance to your career, to making money, to being in peace. enjoying your life. It's why you can't enjoy your life. And what we'll do is we'll bring up the biggest pattern. And reduce it. Make it smaller. Eliminate it. And when you learn how to do this for yourself, you are empowered. You can change anything in your life. And it all starts with going for what you want. Being clear in a true choice. That is the one thing to change, is our starting position. So a study has come out that says we have 6,000 thoughts a day. 6,000 thoughts. This is your self-talk. 6,000 thoughts a day. They say 95% of them are repeating. And 80% are negative. If we change that negativity to be positive or neutral, we've just removed our limitations. This is the fastest way I know how. And it is using an aspect of you, teaching you to use an aspect of you that is quiet, but it's been there since the beginning. This is alignment, self-alignment. You're authentically alive, going for your true self, creating a life you love as a powerful creator. All of us are. Click the link. Come join me. Come join others that are changing their lives, transforming their lives. Talk soon.